Welcome to SVG-TV's news for Wednesday, June 29th, 2016. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force is implementing new strategies to ensure a safer St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Part of this crime-fighting plan is the implementation of Operation T-Force, taking illicit firearms off the streets. Head of the Major Crime Unit, Inspector Atlan Brown, said that since the implementation of the new initiative, things have calmed down a bit.
Number of illicit firearms that came off the road, over 13, including semi-automatic pistol. I don't think a week has gone by where 20 weapons have not come off the street and in people's home, because we also executed warrants and would have retrieved firearms from persons as well. And persons have been prosecuted successfully, and yes, we're moving forward with some level of success.
Pleased with the success of the new crime-fighting initiative, which was implemented about a month ago, Inspector Brown says for the carnival season, the police will be out in their numbers to ensure a safe festival.
First, we will have an upgrade in terms of manpower and so on, and their person will be on the ground in terms of uniform and in plain clothes. And we don't want persons to get the impression that all the police are in Kingston. That won't be the case. There will be sufficient police in the district to police those particular areas.
This country has recorded yet another homicide. Alric Walsey, 25 of Curtains, died in his grandmother's arms after receiving a single gunshot to the chest late Tuesday night. Nolisha Miller has more in this report.
When I do see him, I hear like a scream. So when I came out and look at the window, I see him. So I tell my son, like somebody shoot Alric. So when I come back, I open the door and then I tell my son, come. I hold him up, hold up Alric, and I tell my son, come and help me to bring home Alric. Well, this son, I have to tell the next one, let me lift him up and bring him home.
Those are the words of the distraught grandmother, Karen McMaster, who witnessed the last breath taken by her grandson, 25-year-old Alric Bulls. According to reports, Bulls was attacked around 11:20 Tuesday night, not too far from his home, where he lived with his grandmother. Speaking to the evidently distraught McMaster, she said her grandson died in her arms, which was a heart-wrenching experience. Close relative Christabel Crease Francis said she considers the deceased Bulls as a son, and learning news of his death was quite a shock.
But I hear the gunshot go off. But whilst we heard the gunshot, I did not move because I'm living a good distance from here. And I see two young men. I heard somebody called me. 2 times I say, who calling me there? And when I peep at the window, it was Timo and Sankey man. So they said to me, Christabel, me can't go tell you, somebody shoot Carbon up there. And he dead. So it's like I was so amazed by getting up, I fall back in the chair. And then when I catch myself, I come and I run to the port. And when I run it up, I had to put down my head and the port wall until I catch myself again. And then I make my way up. And when I come, I met him there lying.
Crease Francis told us that a few weeks ago, Bulls came to seek her advice relating to an incident which he had previously encountered. However, according to her, the deceased Bulls assured her the matter had been resolved.
And he was telling me he getting a little misunderstanding. So I say, okay then, when church over, you would speak to me. Well, when church over, he spoke with me and tell me what took place. So I spoke with him. Then after I spoke with him, he came back to me the Monday and said that the police took him up and take him in town, and what took place, they gave him bail and everything.
Relatives and friends of the deceased Bulls all say he was of a jovial character, who rarely was involved in any conflict or drugs. SVG-TV News contacted the police, who disclosed very little information, stating the matter is under investigations. Nolisha Miller, The Evening News.
In other news, two of China's most wanted fugitives who fled abroad a year and a half ago under suspicion of jointly embezzling public funds of US $4.56 million have been caught here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and taken back to their homeland. The news of their arrest here has been publicized today after it was announced by China's anti-corruption agency on Saturday. The Chinese media report the two were featured on an official list of China's 100 most wanted fugitives released in April. The report says Fu Yabu was an employee in charge of case hearing in the Labor and Social Security Detachment in northeast China's Liaoning province, while his female accomplice was a cashier for the same detachment. According to the Central Commission for the Discipline Inspection, the CCDI in China, since September 2014, the two have been on the run in Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Grenada, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. After a 51-day joint operation between Chinese police and their counterparts in Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the two were captured in a mountainous area in the suburbs of capital Kingstown. The death of Berkeley Nanton, an 82-year-old of Lomans, has been ruled a homicide. Nanton's body was discovered with extensive burns during a house fire at Lomans, which occurred about 8:30 p.m. on June 24, 2016. He succumbed to his injuries on June 25, 2016, approximately 4:40 a.m. at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. Police said they discovered that a Molotov cocktail was used to start the flame. Initially, the case was treated as arson. 28 years old Linda Charles Bob, a resident of Barley, has been jailed for 12 months on a charge of unlawful and malicious wounding at Lower Bay Street on Tuesday, June 28, 2016. The sentence was handed down earlier today by Senior Prosecutor Bertie Pompey when Bob appeared at the magistrate court and pleaded guilty to the charge. The court heard that on the date of the offense, both Bob and Gregory Harris were involved in a fracas which developed into an altercation. Bob then proceeded to inflict a stab wound in the neck of Harris with a knife, resulting in her arrest. As a result of the wound, Harris had to seek medical attention at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. In other court news, Leroy Coffey, a 25-year-old laborer of Barley, who told Chief Magistrate Ration Brown this morning that he found a semi-automatic pistol and 2 rounds of ammunition on the Barley beach on June 28, 2016, has been denied the privileges of enjoying the carnival activities. This came as a 5-year jail term was imposed upon him after he appeared in court and pleaded guilty to the possession of the gun and ammunition charges. In presenting the facts of the case, Senior Prosecutor Adolphus Delplesh told the court that on the date in question, members of the Rapid Response Unit acted on a tip-off and went to the home of Coffey, where they executed a search warrant. While conducting the search, the firearm along with the ammunition was discovered in the roof and porch of the dwelling house. Coffey, along with other family members who were present at home at the time, denied knowledge of the illegal weapon. They were all escorted to the Barley police station, where Coffey eventually accepted ownership of the weapon. And in other news, after traveling to New York, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves made a stopover visit in Trinidad and Tobago to see the former Prime Minister of the Twin Island Republic, Patrick Manning, was being hospitalized. PM Gonsalves says he was thrilled to reminisce with his old university schoolmate on a range of issues and that he was pleased to know that his health was more stabilized.
In fact, people are wondering what all the laughter was between he and I coming through the crevices from the hospital room. He's in good spirits. Talking and laughing. Yeah. We're talking and laughing, reminisce about things from the days when we were students together at university. We talked about our families, we talked about the present situation, his own health, my own health situation. Naturally, we talk a little bit about the politics in the Caribbean. We talk about Britain, Brexit, the future of this region. We had a good conversation. I'm happy I came because at first I was worried. I said, well, I wonder if something my partner turned for the worse. But he's in real good spirits, and they're doing all the series of tests and so on. And the doctors would no doubt give you the particulars. I can't make an assessment about those things, but I can tell you he's in fine spirits and he's looking good. And lots of laughter and lots of fun. I'm glad I came to see my brother.
In Carnival Beat this evening, we hear that the results of the Junior Calypso and Soca Monarch competition held on Tuesday at the Victoria Park saw a brother and sister coming out on top in two of the categories. In the Junior Calypso category, Christopher of the Layu Government School blew the competition away to take the title with his song Break the Silence. Second place went to Zale Kane of the New Prospect Primary, and third place went to Delane Nero of the Sandy Bay Primary School.
Abuse is the ultimate betrayal a child can ever endure. It's scientific, so come you listening and extend it up. The voice to sound the alarm. To child abuse be one secret we no longer keep. Shortage of water, no food, no shelter. It's a cry all over. Global warming the right here. Mosquito cause Zika. Last year chikungunya. When you mess with nature, fire go burn ya. Just like Eugenia, I will be Prime Minister. Not like Kamala, but like Margaret Thatcher. Never mind the gender. Look at Jamaica. Portia Simpson Miller was Prime Minister.
In the secondary schools Calypso category of the competition, T.L. Wiley of the Thomas Saunders Secondary took the first place position with her song Don't Give Up. In second place was Christiana Christopher, also of the Thomas Saunders Secondary, with We Have Come Far, and third place Brianka Matthias of the Girls High School with Music is Work.
I am sure, I'm very, very sure he will lead the way. And remember, don't give up, never, 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 never give up. I wanna go, are we independent at all? When to the world we proudly demonstrate we prefer the Queen as we head of state. It shows as an independent people we really have far to go. It's the same music. You listen for some inspiration. It's the same music that contributes millions to the nation. We are no different than the man who tills the soil.
In the junior Soca Monarch competition, Christiana Christopher of the Thomas Saunders Secondary School took the title with her performance of Bulldozer. Second was Delanzo Lave of the Sandy Bay Secondary with Rebellion, and third was Shakura Lorraine, also of the Sandy Bay Primary School, with Carnival Hot.
Make everything turn over, we make everything. All the feds turn over, they come with it. Make everything, because we bad and over. I say we mad and over. Stamp up on the drum, boy. Stamp it, stamp it. Come let we stamp up on the drum, boy.
It's one solution, like education. Tell Victoria, we taking over. We love the culture. Stop the classes, get out the masses. Stop the classes, get out the masses.
Going on to play me mass. With all my friends and from in me class. Oh mommy, oh mommy, oh mommy, oh mommy. Carival hot, Carival hot, Carival hot, hot. I want to go.
Reigning Miss Carival Deontay Myers says that winning the title in 2015 was a promise she made to Vincentians and one in which she was glad she kept. Myers joined all of the contestants in this year's pageant for a meet the media session on Tuesday at the Young Island Resort.
So after I won Miss SVG, I went on stage. Well, I was on stage and somebody interviewed me after, and I made a promise that I would win Miss Carival, and it was plastered over the newspapers after. So it was, to me, it was me keeping a promise that I had made to Vincentians. It was wonderful because I know that a Miss SVG hadn't won Miss Carival in a while, so I was very happy to have brought the crown home.
She also noted that because of the many opportunities now open to her, she has no regrets getting involved in pageantry.
My year as Miss SVG and my year as Miss Carival, they ran basically at the same time, so they were the same. I must say that the year went by quicker than I expected it to. Feels like I just won Miss Carival yesterday and here I am about to give up my crown. It was a wonderful opportunity to meet new people, to network with persons from all over the Caribbean, and I cannot say that I was sorry for having entered Miss Carival last year.
Definitely not a stranger to the Soca arena. Rayon Fetking Madzart Primus has over the years given an immense contribution to Vincy Mars, and persons can expect no less for 2016. On Saturday night, July 2nd, 2016, he will be competing in both the Raga Soca and Soca Monarch competitions. Noting that music is his life, Primus told SVG-TV News earlier this week that he sees Soca Monarch Night as another event and that he will be in his true self, hoping to capture the titles up for grabs.
I'm on stage and I'm the happiest. That's the happiest place I can be, What I've been doing lately is I try to present a Soca Monarch quality performance at every event, and that's what I've been doing from Soca Swing to White and the Dark. I'll be doing it this weekend in the events this weekend. So when we go to Soca Monarch, it's just what we've been doing over the past season being perfected. Extremely happy with my 2016 work, and I'm getting the attention and recognition from some of the younger fans of the culture, the Carnival culture, the Soca culture.
Making reference to the Carnival Development Corporation CDC's policy when artists cannot change their track for the Soca Monarch competition after they have been selected as a finalist, Primus noted that it should be allowed as the approved song may not have the crowd on competition night. He, however, urged all Vincentians and visitors alike to come out and support all of the artists in this year's Raga and Soca Monarch competitions and also all the other activities for Vincy Mars 2016.
I mean, I said function, I was selected. I'm happy that function was selected, and I think I made a wise choice. But, for example, I have a song, Designated Drinker, World Bumper, that are getting, a lot of airplay, and people are loving them just as much as some, even more than function. Let me say, by Soca Monarch, World Bumper is the song that the people want to hear. I don't see any reason why I, as the artist, should not be able to say, hey, let me do this song. I would like to tell the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to have a wonderful carnival. Be safe. If you're doing like me and be a designated drinker, find yourself a designated driver. I can't wait till I reach by the door. Security look my ticket. Move out the way now, damn it. I go do it like I never did before. All I want is jump up, jump up, jump up, hands up. Mash up your function.